zone like that, you know?
Sounds good.
Because that often happens, right? People just like, I gotta tell you this, Binyam.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's an amazing sunset today from here, right?
Oh, it is. When we do because we do live music and whatnot, so we're open till 2 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it gets chaotic on the weekends.
What is this place?
It's called Clutch Gaming Lounge. It's a nice little pub bar, and then during the day we do kids' birthday parties, VR. It's very universal for everybody.
Okay. So it's an adults zone and a kids zone.
Yes, there's just no minors after 8 on Fridays, Saturdays.
Gotcha.
And then we do like live music, bar type of deals, Christmas parties, birthday parties. It's all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Tucked away over here in the corner of Airdrie.
Yeah, it's a little out of the way, but we have so much space that it's nice to have. We have arcades, tables, VR, like it's a big space. We got everything. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I used to deliver in Airdrie, and I was like, I always wondered how you get to this road here from there.
Yeah, it's
and now I know. Yeah, it can be, right? You have to go all the way in and around.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's fair.
So weekends aren't sacred for you then? Like you don't get your weekends off per se?
No, my weekends are Mondays, Tuesdays.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So would you call yourself like in the industry, like in the bar industry?
Yes, I am a bartender, supervisor, kind of all the big deals.
You don't say?
Yeah.
Okay. How often do you have to, like, here's the thing, you look young. How often do you not get taken seriously?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
So it's a challenge that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 20. I look younger than I am.
Yep.
I'm going to say that right out of the hop.
You do?
And honestly, sometimes people come up and they go, you look 17. Can you serve me alcohol? Yeah, no, I've been doing it
I'm
for
good.
a couple years.
Yes. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like when it comes to kicking people out, they're like, you're younger than me. You can't tell me that. I'm like, yes, I can. It's my space.
Oh my, okay. So in some sense, I guess not being taken seriously has given you opportunity to grow in confidence.
Yeah, and you gotta learn how to be very almost blunt with people, because if you're not, they're not gonna take you seriously or understand fully what you mean.
Gotcha. And are you able to do that without feeling bad, or is there like feelings inside where you're like, oh, this sucks, but I gotta do it?
There's a lot of times where I'm like, I don't want to, but I have to, because like some of the people will come up and they're very, very nice human beings. It's just when people start drinking, people tend to just change a little bit, whether it's just verbally or just how they act and whatnot. So it's just learning how to people properly and saying it with confidence without saying it rudely.
Yeah, tactfully.
Exactly.
I see. Describe for me the biggest difference between the you before you started this job and the you now.
I was very quiet. I hated talking to anybody and everybody.
Okay. And this job kind of forced you out of that.
Yeah. Got forced out of the introvert into the extrovert.
Do you feel like an extrovert now? Or are you just a...
I'm a forced extrovert. I would prefer to be introverted at home, not really peopling, but...
Yeah. Makes sense.
Comes with the job.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Ubering?
I don't like people.
That's fair.
And I don't like driving. So, I'm kidding, I like both those two. You're like, where's this gonna go? No, I'll tell you what I love. I love the opportunity to meet people in moments in the course of their day. Like, usually when people enter an Uber, they're just like, I just need to get from point A to point B, and that's about it, from what I hear, right? And there's not a lot of exchange that may happen. So I like being that unexpected where, I mean, I also vibe it out too. If they're giving cues in the first 10 seconds that they want a quiet ride, I'm more than happy to acknowledge.
Yeah.
But if they're open to conversation, it's really neat to kind of get a peek into their life at that moment. What's going on? Like, what's happening? What's on their radar? What are they excited or...
It's like getting to know the tea, the dirty, the nitty-gritty.
Absolutely. But also the why behind that too. The why behind that for me is, it's like a fellow human being. Who I've never known before, and in that moment or those moments that I get with them, it's like, is there a way that I can earn trust?
Yeah.
To be able to hear the things that they don't necessarily feel open sharing with anyone else.
Yeah.
So it might be personal or it might be just goofy.
That's true.
So open, you know. So that's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't had many Uber drivers that like are interested in people.
Yeah.
I have had maybe one or two that are like, I actually want to get to know you.
Yeah. And you take Ubers often?
Yeah, I don't drive at the moment. It's just, it's cold and I don't walking A to B is quite impossible right now. So
otherwise you would be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a very active human being.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Like this, I'm on the same schedule.
I hate winter, so it's like summer's my favorite. Fall, winter, spring.
Yeah.
Or fall, spring, summer.
Yeah, those three there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in people. Since I moved to Canada, once upon a time, I've never forgotten what it was like to kind of wish that I had connections.
Yeah.
So when I first came, it took me a few years to like make friends.
Oh yeah.
And it was just the culture seemed inaccessible, and so I've learned to remember those painful experiences in my past.
Yeah.
So that I can appreciate them when I'm not in them.
That's true.
And when I figured out how to connect socially, I promised if I ever have skill this way, which I do, I'll always make space for people. Make space for people where, because we had a chance to interact, it was the kind of space where they felt seen.
That's fair.
Wherever they're at.
Oh yeah.
But to get to that place, it takes a bit of, I call it an art form.
My boss likes to say it comes with age and time and confidence.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Oh yeah. It's like, I think I had a meeting with them a couple days ago, and they're like, so like, what's your like they say, what's your tits, what's your tots, like what's your good, what's your bad kind of deal.
Interesting.
Like,
yeah.
What's going on, what's not, like how people can do better, how can they not.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And they're like, so what are your tits and tots? And I was like, well, trying to talk to people still kind of, we're getting there. And they're like, honest, and they give me like these little motivational videos once a week, and they're just like, this is like something to help you out throughout the week, like get you more confident.
Yeah. How old is your boss?
My bosses are about 43, 45, about the same age as my mom.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. So they're as old as I am then.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was wondering what the background to that phrase was. With time, and experience, you'll pick up. So I'm like, oh yeah, that tracks.
Oh, yeah. My mom says it too. Everything comes with confidence and time and age. So.
Cool. Are you an only child?
I'm a middle child of 3.
Of 3.
Yes.
I'm an eldest child.
Of how many?
22.
Holy.
Kidding.
That's fair.
I'm kidding. Of 6.
That's not terrible.
No.
6 is still a lot though. Do you like it?
Love it.
More siblings of sisters or brothers?
2 sisters and 3 brothers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Take a guess the age gap between me and my baby sister.
12 years.
Ooh, that many, eh? Okay.
Close? No?
No. Give me another decade.
24?
22.
Holy shit.
I know.
See, me and my younger sister are only like 3 years apart.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. And you and your eldest?
Me and my eldest sister are considered Irish twins, so we're 18 months apart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys are really close. Got it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, with me and my baby sister, she's 2 years older than you are.
Oh, shit. That's great.
Yeah. So this year she is half my age, which is kind of crazy. But she's my roommate, and so the younger 3, they're significantly younger. So her 2 older siblings were born when I was in my teens.
Yeah.
And back then, Cheyenne, like everyone would be like, Biniam, I thought you were too young to have kids. I'm like, no, they're not my kids. They're my siblings, But watching them grow up has been such a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now I have 3 of my own.
Oh, nice.
And get this, the gender sequence of my 3 mimic my 3 younger siblings.
That's good.
And guess what happens? I mix up their names all the time. I call my siblings by my kids' names, my kids by my siblings' names. It's just a gong show.
That's fair.
Hi.
I just got my little sister a job at the same place you just picked me up from.
Yeah.
And my boss, she's blonde, I'm brunette, but sometimes they'll go, Phoenix, Shy, you know which one you are.
That's funny.
It is.
Is your mom blonde or brunette?
My mom is blonde, my dad is brunette.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So a healthy dispersion of the 2
Pretty
traits
much,
there. Yeah. So of the 2, which one are you closer to?
Well, my dad passed away coming up on 4 years in June. So I'd say my mom now, but if my dad was still alive, it'd probably be my dad, just because we talked about literally anything and everything. And there's just some things I just can't say to her. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I was meaning also more so between your two sisters.
Oh, honestly?
Yeah.
I'd say my younger sister I'm a bit closer to.
Yeah.
My older one is a little...
Hard to relate to?
Hard to read as an individual, if anything. Just can't tell her mood kind of deal.
I see. Gotcha. I'm glad I met you, darling.
Me too. Thank you so much.
You're good people. Have a great weekend now.
You too. Have a wonderful...
It's your weekend.
Is yours finishing or starting?
Oh, I kind of worked through it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you have a good one.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
That was sweet. Connection there. And she's in. Good. Alright, we're good to go. We are good to go. Just do a quick cleanup here, actually. And I'm gonna also try and get back in the city because I don't want to get stuck here in Airdrie all night. Let me just go wipe it back real quickly here. I'll be right back because we have a bit of a dusty seat back here. I'll be 2 seconds, friends. Hi, Tommy. ¿Qué pasa? I'm not sure what that means, but I'll say hello nonetheless. 1 sec, I'll be right back. Alright. There we go. All right, I'm back. So hello, Tom and Diana Rodriguez. Hello, Diana. If you're the one that I just gave a ride to, that is pretty amazing. You connected pretty fast. If you are, I'm not sure if you are. Ryan, it's lighter out in Calgary than it is here in Fort Saskatchewan. Ryan, I guess you're further up north from me though, right? Our sunset is happening right now. I'll give you a quick peek at it when I'm on the highway driving back into the city. And you'll see that we will be in dark in a few moments as well. So our time is coming too, so yeah. All right. I think I've done a little bit of a wipe down on these surfaces that need some attention, and we're good to go. All right, let me give you my street view here. Turn the camera around here. Smaller city, but nice. But yeah, it's about 30 minutes northeast of Edmonton. Gotcha. I dig the bow tie. Thank you very much. I dig it too. This is one of my favorites. I just got it a couple weeks ago at Valley Village, actually. I saw it and I said that would make an amazing bow tie. And I have a friend of mine who is a fan of polka dots. So I got it in her honor. Thank you. So this is Airdrie, which is a really small community outside of Calgary. They call it like a bedroom community. And so, yeah, people live here and then just drive into the city for work usually, so that they don't have to live inside the city, per se. But as you can see, our sunset is in progress. And before long, we'll be plunged into darkness. It's pretty cool how much the camera shows of the sunset too. I'm actually quite impressed. Okay, I'm gonna come around this corner here. These are roundabouts on many of these intersections, so you don't have to come to a stop sign. You just kind of merge into, you yield into the roundabouts, and then you find your exit. And that's pretty much what the fort is like too. We have several industrial plants on the outskirts. I hope you have winter tires equipped. I totally do, Ryan, yes. I don't think I would have survived this snowfall if I didn't have my winter tires on. Winter tires plus, so I have winter tires on, and I also have all-wheel drive on an SUV, so that also gives me a bit of clearance from the ground, and that makes it a really good combination for, that makes a great combination for going around on the side streets where they haven't plowed yet. It's fantastic. But yeah, you definitely need them out here, don't you, Brian? What's living in Fort Saskatchewan like? Like, is it a decent small town, or is there just not a lot going on there? I've often heard of it, but I've never actually been there. I know I've worked up in like Edmonton and Grand Prairie, and I've never been a fan of those areas. It's just too barren for me, you know? But Calgary, I do enjoy immensely. Well, I live near the downtown core, and it's pretty quiet. Okay. How long have you lived there for, Ryan? Like, did you grow up there per se? Or did you move out there for work? Oh, I don't think I want to take this exit here. No, I want to take the other one here. This one will take me into the town, which I don't need. I moved in with a friend back in 2021. Man, you've been there for a while, eh? If you have ever been to Camrose, which I haven't, I'd say it's like that. Gotcha. So I've been here a few years now, and it doesn't even feel like that. Clearly I haven't minded living here. That's awesome, man. I'm glad it's working for you. I just know I like being in a city. So this is, you're probably familiar with this highway here, Ryan. This is the QE2, or the Queen Elizabeth Highway 2. This is the main highway that connects primarily Edmonton and Calgary and Red Deer. So it's kind of like the lifeline through Alberta here from the north to south. And if you keep following it, I think they'll eventually take you to Lloydminster, maybe, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, this is one of the major highways. And there is our sunset, as you can see. And people's lights are on because it's getting dark. I miss the sun. Today we had a few moments of sun, which was lovely. Yesterday, I on one of the live streams, I was featuring the sun in a beautiful context where I was on the street that had like trees covered with hoarfrost, and it was just so gorgeous. I did live in the downtown core of Edmonton near Jasper Ave for a bit. That wasn't so bad. Though once you leave the area and return a while after, you kind of forget how many rules there are. Gotcha. I hear you, Ryan. I have a brother that he lives in Edmonton with his family as well, and so I enjoy going to visit. And I do have a few friends there now too, so I'm trying to find more opportunities just to drive over there for a visit, because I'm terrible at keeping in touch and visiting when it's just 3 hours down the street, right? But no, Calgary is pretty fantastic. Currently it's minus 17 out there, and if I were to like open my window, it would get really cold in here, which is a terrible idea, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, what a beautiful sunset this evening. I've only drove through Calgary once this spring to pick up a coworker. It's a nice city. I totally agree. It's gorgeous in Calgary. I love the city skyline, and love, Ryan, how close we are to the mountains. Like, I should be in the mountains far more often than I am. In time, I'm gonna get there. In time, but for the time being, I'll be content. It was surprisingly easy to drive an F-250 through downtown Calgary. Not everyone would be able to do that, mind you, right? Some people would be so intimidated by the prospect, especially in the downtown core, so kudos, yeah. No, it's a beautiful city. Yeah. No calls coming in yet, so I'm just driving back towards the city, almost anticipating that I might get called back to Airdrie for a pickup. That's happened before, where I've driven out here, dropped someone off, driven back into the city, only to be called all the way back there to pick someone up. It's like, oh, really? And Vancouver, says Ryan, on the other hand, our work trucks barely fit anywhere. I know those highways, especially in BC, there's not a lot of margin on the side. And you're like on the side of a mountain and you only have like a couple of inches for this side of the road. So yeah, it's pretty tight even in Vancouver area for sure. And something I noticed though, Ryan, when I moved out here to Alberta years ago to work on the rigs, is there just seemed to be way more trucks than I was than I'd ever seen on the road. So it was interesting. So how does your insurance even work when driving for a company that? Are you asking about the trucks? Or the driving in Vancouver, right? I don't know. I guess they just kind of get used to the lack of space they have on their roads. Speak in the context of I'm a fellow rig worker. I was a lease hand. So the very bottom of the pile. I was one who did all the digging, scrubbing, all the, grimy work. But no, I was talking to these guys who work in insurance, and they were saying they're so backlogged right now because of like the hail damage, and also, what was it? There's something that happened recently too. But they were just so backed up right now. I'm asking about you tagging people around. I assume you do Uber. Yes, I do Uber. You're right, Ryan. Lease hand or not still counts. Thank you. Yes, so driving Uber, most insurance companies do not want to know that you are doing. They don't want to know that you are doing like gig work like this. There's very few that will insure you. So yeah, doing this kind of work here, I would say if I were talking to someone who's signing up, I would tell them not to tell their insurance company that they're doing this, because then their insurance company will give them tremendous grief. We're covered, but it's just kind of like one of those zones that hasn't quite been addressed in the industry, right? Because a lot of insurance companies, if they know that you're putting a lot of kilometers or mileage on your vehicle, they will sort of raise their eyebrows and kind of look side-eyed at you and say, it's a gray area, exactly. But you definitely have to register through the registrar under a special license for the vehicle. So you'll notice on most, here in Alberta at least, all vehicles for hire, that includes your Ubers and taxis and rental company cars, and even like your, not buses. Nonetheless, all these vehicles where you're making money with them in some way will have a special license code, and that's like one letter with like 5 numbers. So it would be like U dash and then 5 numbers or something like that. And so that's how you can tell that that vehicle is for hire, is just by that license plate code. Otherwise, most people will have like 3 letters and 4 numbers or something like that, and that's CC codes. And that's kind of like right across the board in Alberta. So Edmonton and Calgary and even Red Deer, because they have Uber as well. Same dynamic for sure. So the registrar will definitely want to make sure that you're registered as a livery vehicle. And I imagine that the insurance companies, even though they don't want to ask the question, will see the evidence from the license plate, right? So, yeah. Interesting. I did not know about the plate code. Yeah, so that's the plate code. And then you'll see sometimes another unique code, which is like 2 letters and then 4 numbers. And those ones are, from what I've observed, those are like the people who train other people how to drive vehicles. So it's like your driving agencies that teach people how to drive. And so for that reason, I've often been really watchful and aware of what license plates are around me when I'm driving. I usually scan the license plates personally just to find out more about that vehicle, if it's a personal vehicle or if it's a vehicle for hire or if it's a vehicle that's being used for training others how to drive as well. Did you recently decide to start streaming on YouTube? I totally did, Ryan, yes. So, yeah, this is a brand new venture for me. Oh shoot, I should have taken that to turn off, but it's too late. I like how my app just says, oh, by the way, turn there as I'm passing by. I'm like, that's not gonna work. It's funny. Anyway, yes, so I recently did start streaming on YouTube, Ryan. Thank you for subbing, by the way. I appreciate that. Gotta support Canadian content creators. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, brother. My primary platform has been on TikTok for a few years, so that's where most of my subscribers were amassed. But I have ambitions, Ryan, of monetizing my channel, and YouTube has like the best monetization plan for creators. So I want to go onto YouTube and start building my main platform on YouTube now, hence why I'm streaming on YouTube and building up that one there. And eventually when I'm able to like monetize that one, I'll have more opportunities to do a bunch of different things, again in the same sphere of what I'm currently doing with driving for Uber. So that's the bird's eye view of what I'm hoping to walk into and accomplish. I'm gonna turn my light on here so you guys can see me a little bit better as well. I was gonna say something else. What was I gonna say? I forget. Yeah, there's a lot of plans and goals that I have this coming year. I'm planning to write a book this coming year, which is going to be exciting. And the book is going to be on the theme of integrity, on the characteristic of integrity, especially in relation for young men, to make it more accessible. At some future points, maybe a few years from now when I can afford it, I want to buy my dream car and still be driving Uber and creating content the way I'm doing right here, because this is just a brilliant opportunity I find. I'm really grateful that I get this experience, to meet people, and so I want to keep on growing my platform. I'm pretty certain that Uber is going to reach out to me at some point here when my channel takes off, either to bless what I'm doing or to say you can't do that anymore. We'll see. I imagine it'll be the former, because I have history with Uber, and even the kind of content that I'm creating, I like bringing value. So I like that the way I'm presenting my content is putting Uber in a good light, right? So my intention there is to bring value and to also model for other drivers what could be in taking our service to the next level and making Uber like really an amazing option for those who use rideshare. What's your dream car? My dream car, Ryan, is the Rolls-Royce Phantom. So very ambitious. It's like the most expensive car you could ever buy. Well, unless it's like something really special and unique. But yeah, it's a very high price tag on that car. But my goal with that is I'm gonna get that car eventually and just have that only on the Uber X platform, which means only your everyday ordinary people will have the opportunity to get that ride. I have no interest in being a luxury limousine driver or anything like that. I want to keep on having connections with everyday people along the way and sharing my experiences with them. That's my main goal, that's my ambition, and that's what really makes me tick. So yeah, well, if Uber has a head on their shoulders, they will realize good publicity is best publicity. I appreciate that, Ryan. Thank you. To that end, that's why I appreciate even doing like the way I'm doing my videos. I don't even edit. I just show everything so that there's always accountability there. So everyone can see what's transpiring, or at least try to hear what's transpiring, and how I try to honor those that I get to spend time with in my Uber. So I want to do that really well, and so that's why that's a big deal for me. But you're right, that any publicity that is good publicity. But yeah, I want to make sure it's in the good side for sure. And upward, I just love yawning, so that's why I'm yawning. case you guys are wondering. Yeah, I think the sun is definitely on its way down because it's getting darker and colder. Oh, I can't wait for things to warm up here just a little bit this week, this coming week. They're saying it should be up to +2 maybe, or +4 here, which means we're gonna have some serious melting of snow and roads that are gonna be messy. Part of the lay of the land, I suppose. Just catching up on the messages that are coming in here on my app. Let me show you the road view here as I'm driving along. These roads here are quite bare, and that's because this is like one of the main arteries, so they really do a good job making sure these main ones are clear. When you get into the side streets, we notice that they're the ones that have been more neglected, and not even so. There's a lot more ice there and slush, and if you don't have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, there's a higher likelihood that you'll be slipping and getting stuck. So apparently the shortest day of the year is the 22nd of December, which means that in less than a month, the days should be getting longer. Should be being the key word. We'll see. It's interesting, the sky looks a lot brighter from the phone camera than it does in real life. I wonder why. There's probably an explanation in the photographic world, eh? Live stream here because it is about a half hour in length, and I like that half an hour seems like a good length for a live that is going to stay on as a recording instead of like a cumbersome 1 hour. And the next ride I'll be there in about 5 minutes. So let's tune back again for that one because that's probably going to be a 25-minute ride. So if you guys want to come back and join me, that would be fantastic. I'll see you guys in a few moments.